and welcome back to Stitchcraft. I wanted to wish you a happy new year, and I hope that you had a good holiday season, whether you celebrated any of the holidays or not, and I hope that this new year will be even better than the last one. But without further ado, in today's video I'll be showing you how to make half finger crochet gloves. I've been working on this pattern for a couple weeks now, and I think that I'm finally happy with it, though I might have an updated version in the future. I hope you enjoy it, and let me know what you think about it in the comments below, and if you would like me to make different patterns for other types of gloves. For this pattern I used this yarn, which unfortunately I don't know anything about it because it was a gift. I also used a 5mm crochet hook, pair of scissors, darning needle, and yarn stoppers. To begin this pattern, I'm going to chain 20. Now I've played around with different chain lengths such as 25 and 30, but this ended up being too wide on my wrist and I wanted it to be quite snug. So as you can see here, it is quite snug against my wrist, but that is intentional. Now we're going to crochet this portion on our arm that goes to the bottom of our wrist. You can make this section longer or shorter depending on your preference, but I wanted it to be quite long, so I think I ended up doing 9 rows in total. So what we will do here is turn our work, chain 2. That will be the height of our row. Then make a double crochet in the 3rd stitch from our hook and in every stitch for the rest of this row. Once you get to the end of your row, chain 2, then turn your work, and we're going to be working in the back loop only. So insert your hook into the back of this V loop and do a double crochet as you have before. Continue doing this for the rest of this row. And then once you are done with this row, you will pretty much be making double crochet rows in the back loop only for the rest of the section to reach the bottom of your wrist. Like I mentioned, this part is customizable, so if you want a shorter ribbing, for example here I have, I believe, 5 rows, but I wanted to make it even longer, so I ended up making 9 rows in total. Here I have my 9 rows completed, and I'm just trying it on to check that I'm happy with the height. I quite like the look of it, so now what we're going to do is reattach our hook. So we're going to bend our work into half Then join it together using a single crochet. Here I also used a stitch marker at the end to make sure that my work stays aligned and to ensure that I don't miss any of the stitches, otherwise it might not look very nice at the end. Okay, so what you want to do here is chain 1, and then go underneath both the top of each stitch on both sides, so underneath those 2 V's, then make a single crochet and move on to the next top 2 stitches. This is the method that I use to join the 2 sides together, but again you can use any other method that you prefer if you don't want to use a single crochet joining method. When you reach the end of it, this is what it will look like on the inside, but on the outside it will be an invisible seam pretty much. And now that we are happy with the height of this panel, we're going to be moving on to working on the height from the wrist section to the bottom of our thumb. In order to do this, we are going to chain 1 and then work into the top of these stitches that we can see over here. We are going to be making a single crochet in the first stitch and then 2 single crochets in the next stitch. By increasing in every second stitch, we'll ensure that the palm section is comfortable and not too tight. As you can remember, I was mentioning that I wanted the wrist section to be rather tight, so we need to make a little bit of an increase around the palm. So when you finish the first row of alternating single crochet and single crochet increases, you will be substitching into the first stitch where we started, chaining 1. Then now we will just continue to make 1 single crochet in each stitch, so no increases anymore. So do this until your work reaches the bottom of your thumb. You can keep trying it on to see that it fits nicely. And I will show you what to do next once you reach that part. So here is this part of my glove completed. I'm quite happy with it because it reaches the bottom of my thumb. And here I'm just using stitch markers to determine the size of the hole for my index finger. I'm just going to single crochet into the first 3 stitches on this side and substitch into the 3rd stitch on the other side. Here I'm just counting 3 and then I am substitching into the 3rd loop. I'm just quickly trying it on to make sure that it fits nicely. You could do the same and then adjust the size of the thumb hole. And what we're going to be doing next is both a single crochet in every stitch, but working solely into the thumb hole. We're just going to bow this circle up until it reaches the middle of our thumb. When you tried it on and you are happy with the height, fasten off, then chain 1 and pull the yarn through to secure it. Next, you are going to be working a single crochet all around, ignoring the thumb area, and this will help with pulling up the section from our thumb up to our fingers. So do this for a few more rows or until you are happy with the height, and then I will show you how to work the rest of the finger holes. Here I am trying it on with the new height that reached the bottom of my fingers, and I'm quite happy with it. So what I'm going to do is again count out some stitches to join the finger holes for my index finger, and then I'll be moving on to the rest of the fingers. But to begin with, I'm happy with having 3 stitches on each side, and I will do the same thing that I've done for my thumb, but for this next finger. So again, we're going to chain 1, carrying my toes with me again. We're going to make a single crochet in the first 3 stitches. Then we're going to slip stitch into the 3rd loop on the other side of the glove and continue working in the circle as we have with the thumb till the height reaches halfway through your index finger. Now I am happy with the height of this finger, so I'll be moving on to the next finger hole, and I will be doing exactly the same. I will be reattaching my yarn, making a single crochet in the first 3 stitches. Then slip stitching into the 3rd chain on the other side. And working the height of the finger in the round like before. This is what my glove looks so far. All you have to do now is complete the last 2 finger holes and the height for those fingers. So all I need to do is make 3 single crochets into the first 3 stitches on this side, then slip stitch into the 3rd stitch on the other side, and both the height for these finger holes as I have for the other ones. Go ahead and do that, and I'll meet you at the end to show you my final product. Okay, so here it is. Here's my finished glove. I'm super happy with it, and I love the color changes that go through the yarn. It's really beautiful. And I went ahead and created a second glove just to have the finished product. But I did not weave in all my ends yet, so if you see any stragglers, that's why. Anyway, I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please consider liking it or subscribing to the channel. And if you do end up making the gloves, tag me on Instagram or leave a comment below and let me know how they came out. And also let me know what you would like to see in the next video or tutorials you would like to see in future videos. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.